What's up, y'all? It's your boy Hawk. I know what you're probably thinking. Where you been all season? Where was you at All-Star game? Where was you at, trade deadline? Where was you at first week, second week? You know what I mean? I know what you're thinking, right? And we're not going to talk about that. I don't really have an excuse. We're not going to go there with all of that. We're just going to move past all of that, right? Okay? And we're just going to enjoy the content that I'm putting at now, right? So now that we got that covered, I was watching the Sixers game last night, and I wanted to talk about the Sixers because we hot right now. It's Philly's year, you know what I mean? Eagles won the Super Bowl, Nova won the championship, Meek's out, you know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? Now it's looking like the Sixers about to go all the way. Stephen A. Smith said the Sixers going to the finals. Everybody's saying the Sixers going at least to the Eastern Conference Finals, if not the finals. And I got a couple of thoughts about the Sixers right now. Now, I'll say off the jump, I'll say off the bat, the South Jersey fan in me, the Philly fan in me is saying Sixers at least to the Eastern Conference Finals, if not the finals. Now, the person who watches basketball and the person who has that basketball mindset in me is like, we're going to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, but I don't know if we're going to beat the Cavs because we got a couple of kinks in our armor. I'm watching the Sixers game last night. Congratulations to the Sixers for a great first round win. And I noticed that I was watching how they were playing Ben Simmons. I'll just start here. The Sixers are a great regular season team. When we get up and down the floor, when Bellinelli, Ersan, Dario, JJ, and even Embiid are hitting threes, and Covington are hitting threes, we're hard to beat. We're really hard to beat when everybody's hitting their threes and hitting shots and the ball's moving. We move the ball a lot. We play up and down the court. That's just Sixers basketball. A lot of ball movement, not a lot of isolation. We do feed it to Embiid in the post if we need to slow it down, but it's not been as much these last couple of games since he's been back with the orbital bone injury, all that foolishness. But in the regular season, yes, we were feeding Embiid. We were up most of that game. I think we were up by like 18 points at one point in the third quarter. And then the fourth quarter comes around, and it was that moment in the fourth quarter when it's like 5 minutes left, and next thing you know, the Heat are within like 6 almost at one point, 7, somewhere between 8 and 6 points. And I was watching what they were doing to get that close. And it was all came down to how they were guarding Ben Simmons. More specifically, how D. Wade was guarding Ben Simmons. We all know Ben Simmons can't hit the broadside of a barn with his jump shot. Well, let me rephrase. He hits it in practice, but he doesn't pull up in games because I just don't think he has the confidence yet in his jumper in game. Sixers run a lot of pick and roll action. They're very good in the pick and roll. Ben Simmons, because of his height, has very good court vision in the pick and roll. A lot of teams in the regular season, when the Sixers run the pick and roll, the big man defender and the guard guarding Ben Simmons come at Simmons, leaving either Ersan, Saric, and Embiid to either roll to the basket or to pop out for a three or mid-range jumper. I feel like, I'm not 100% sure if this is what happened, but I feel like D. Wade was like, yo, I got Simmons, big man, Whiteside, not even Whiteside that much. Towards at that point in time, was a lot of Kelly Olynyk was like, Kelly, don't worry about Ben, I got him, don't double, stay with the big. And they was doing that for a couple possessions in a row. So, screen come at the top of the key. Ben's come off the screen. D-Wade goes deep under the screen. Basically, the screen doesn't touch him. He goes so deep underneath the screen. And Ben Simmons is now at the elbow with the ball. D-Wade's almost barely outside the restricted area. And Ben Simmons doesn't pull it. Doesn't pull that jumper multiple times. So, I'm watching it and I'm like, man, you got to shoot that. Like, I'm literally yelling at the TV when I watch the game, like, you got to shoot that. You got to shoot that. And he's not pulling it. But what made it worse was not only was he not shooting that shot, he was picking up his dribble because he expected that big man to be open multiple times. At least 3 or 4 possessions in a row. Pick and roll, drive to the elbow, pick up his dribble. No one's open. So now no one's open. And then he constantly, at least 2-3 possessions in a row, kicked it out to the opposite wing to a heavily guarded J.J. Redick. Gave J.J. Redick a couple turnovers in that crucial fourth quarter. And it made me just wonder for that brief second, I wonder if this is how the Cavs is going to guard Simmons in the playoffs. Because a savvy veteran guarded him very well in Miami. It's an even more savvy veteran in Cleveland that's going to be waiting for us in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's all I'm saying. Ben Simmons just needs to turn up that aggression when it comes to that fourth quarter. I know you might be thinking, yo, Hawk, chill. Joel wasn't even in the game for a lot of that stretch because they went to that lineup that had been winning them, the 17-game streak, the 16-game streak. They went to that lineup. So Embiid was on the bench, and they had that kind of that small ball lineup, if you will. The smallest person on the court was like 6'11", so it was still a big lineup, but it was a small ball lineup without Joel. And I don't know what we're gonna do when it really starts to feel like playoff basketball is all I'm saying. When the ball's moving a lot slower, when it's grind out basketball, when you have to run plays, when you have to run set plays for baskets, I'm just a little nervous. And I'm saying we can't beat whoever our next opponent is in the second round Eastern Conference semifinals out of the Bucks or Celtics. I'm not worried about that. It'll be interesting if the Bucks win. It'll be interesting to see Giannis try to guard Ben and see how he matches up there. That'll be cool to see. But I'm still not too worried about that because, like I said, if our shooters are shooting, nobody can beat us. At least, leading up to the Cavs. I don't think the Celtics or the Milwaukee aren't beating us as long as our shooters are shooting. We'll have to worry if they're not shooting, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. We got enough shooters on that team who can turn up in clutch moments. So that's my thought on the Sixers. I'm just worried about them when the ball slow down. I may be overreacting. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm not even going to say I catch you in the next video because I don't know when it's going to be. I'm going to try to be better. I literally just recorded this video because I really had a lot to think about the Sixers, and I was thinking in my head, and I was just like, I gotta make this a video because I like talking about basketball, and apparently I like talking about it to a camera. So I'll catch you guys in hopefully the next video. I'm out. Peace.